to be doing my Kindle review, and I'm going to make this more than one video just because I have so much to talk about my Kindle. From the functions to just like the really cool things that it can do to accessories. So stay tuned if you're interested in finding out how much I love the Kindle. Okay, so when your Kindle first arrives, it's going to come in just a little box, and in the box you're going to have just an introduction, and it's really cool. I really like it. It gives you really good information, and it also comes with a power cord that's really small that you can pretty much plug in anywhere and it won't take up a lot of space. Okay, so mine is 6 inches and it's very, very thin. On Amazon.com it says that my first pro is that it's small and it's very lightweight. Compared to most typical novels that I would be reading, you're looking at inches and it's going to be very heavy to take around that book. But with the Kindle, it's very, very small, it's very lightweight, it'll fit in your purse, your bag, or your laptop bag. The next thing that I like is that it's very discreet. I personally like reading the Harry Potter series. Unfortunately, it doesn't come on the Kindle. It hasn't been released yet for the Kindle. But that's a great example. I like reading Harry Potter, but that's kind of embarrassing being 24 and still being really into Harry Potter. So it would be nice to be able to take around books like that that you want to read, but you don't want other people knowing that you're reading. This is what the Kindle can do for you. Also, it's very easy to use. The functions are very simple. There's an on and off switch at the front. There's also a speaker for your headphone jack. It has previous page to go back, next page on both sides to go forward. It has a home button so you can take it to your main menu. It has a menu button to do extra features, and just a regular basic keypad so you can type in to search for books. The next thing that I like is the long battery life. It has such a long battery life. You can read for days without plugging this in. It is also very easy to read on. There's no glare, so you don't have to worry about glare, and it's just so nice to read. It actually doesn't hurt my eyes as much as a regular book would. Where the regular book, looking at the text and the page will start to really wear on your eyes, and your eyes will start becoming really sore. Not with the Kindle. I've read the entire Twilight series twice on this Kindle, and I got through it faster, and my eyes did not hurt as much as when I read it the original time on the regular hardback text. So I really, really like that it's easy on your eyes. Also, it's fun. It's so fun to read when you're reading on the Kindle. You have so much access to so many different books that it just makes it so endless, and it's just so amazing. I can't say enough about how fun it is. Definitely something very, very fun to read on. It has direct access to the Amazon website as well as new books. So if you're on, say, a flight or you're on a trip and you don't have a computer next to you, don't worry, you can access the internet right on here and download a new book of your choice. You can select samples to see if you'd want to buy it. It just replaces the bookstore pretty much. It is just so amazing. There's also a function. I'm going to start talking about the functions. There's text-to-speech function, and that function will actually turn your book into an audiobook. That is so amazing. I can't believe that that's even a function. That is so great. So if you have something that you're reading, and say you're cooking and you don't want to stop reading it, turn it to text-to-speech, and there you go. It's reading to you. Sometimes it is a little bit choppy depending on the person who put out the book, but in general, it's a really good thing. Another great thing is the adjustable print size. There's a little key right down here, and it has 2 A's on it, and that will adjust the print size for you. So what I find is really useful is that when I want to read regularly, I usually have it on the smallest print size just because there's more words per page. So when I'm exercising on my elliptical, I want something to do besides watch TV, and so I change the font size to the second to the largest, and therefore I can read my book without having to be all jumbled around while I'm on the machine. So it's amazing to have that function as well. Another cool thing is that it has a built-in dictionary. So say you're reading a book and you come to a word that you don't know what it means, or say you don't know how to pronounce it. You just scan up by using the little five-way controller. You scan up to that word and you just press the button and it will read it to you and it will give you the definition to that word. So that makes it very convenient. You don't need a full library shelf in your home or your apartment to read the books that you want to read. It actually holds up to 1,500 books on your Kindle that you can have at one time. So, you know, don't worry about having a bookshelf full with books that it's going to be taking up room in your home. Don't worry about that. With your Kindle, you can have up to 1,500 books and never need a bookcase. Another great thing is that you can read PDF files on your Kindle. They give you a Kindle, when you register it, they give you a Kindle email address. When you email yourself the PDF file, it downloads it straight to your Kindle so you can actually read your important documents on your Kindle just like a book. You can also buy your favorite newspaper, blogs, or magazines on the Kindle and read them at your leisure. You can also have subscriptions to those newspapers or magazines or blogs so that they continue to download and refresh on your Kindle as they are released. All the functions of a regular book will be present on the Kindle as well. You can highlight sections that you want highlighted. You can bookmark a page that you have left on, and you can also save clippings. Okay, so I only have 4 cons, and the first con is that if you forget to bookmark your page, it will become very difficult if your Kindle does not open to that page again. Sometimes it will, and sometimes when you shut it completely down, it'll just open to your home page and you'll have to go back into that book. If that happens and you did not bookmark your page, then you are going to have to use the next button until you get to that page. There is a function where you can actually go to the farthest page read. When I was reading the last Twilight book, I had already read the entire thing previously. So when I hit go to the farthest page, it took me to the farthest page ever read, not the farthest page that I just recently read. So that's kind of a downfall when you can't really secure the page. Also, that means you'd have to hit the next button until you get to that. And say you're halfway through the book or at the end of the book, that's going to be a disaster to get to. Another thing that I really don't like is that they don't use page numbers on the Kindle. They use something called locations, and that just consists of some numbers at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some numbers at the bottom, and that's supposed to be your location, and I really don't like that. It changes drastically from page to page, so therefore if you're supposed to, they say it's easier for you to go back to look at a certain section if you have the location. I don't agree with that, just because if you have a location, how are you really going to go back to it unless you write down every single location? So I don't see that as practical. Another thing that I don't like about it is that in a book it might say refer back to say page 144 for further information. Well, there is no page 144 when you're reading the Kindle because they're all locations and not page numbers. Therefore, it's very difficult to really correlate what the book is saying, what the page numbers the book is saying, and the Kindle. So that is kind of sketchy as well. It's very expensive. It's $259, and that's with no accessories. That's just the Kindle, the charger, and the box, pretty much. Everything else is extra, and it's very much needed. So I'll get into the accessories on another video, but it's quite expensive, but I do recommend this if you're going on long trips and you love reading. If you're not an avid reader and you don't really enjoy reading, I would not recommend getting this. It's way too expensive for someone who would just want to read once in a while. This is definitely something for someone who wants to read very often, frequently, throughout the day, throughout the week, on your leisure time. Okay, so that's the end of my Kindle review. If you have any further questions, because I know I left out so much information just because I wanted to fit this in the 10-minute block of time. If you have any questions at all, feel free to comment below and ask me those questions, and I will make sure to answer those in another video or answer them directly. Okay, see you later.